At Christmas we sing carols about the birth of Christ, and in nearly all of them angels are mentioned. There was an angel that spoke to Joseph in a dream, and an angel that visited Mary and her cousin Elizabeth's husband, along with the shepherds. It seems that before any great event, angels are used by God to herald its arrival, and I don't think it will be any different with the Lord's second coming. Angels are mentioned all through the Bible. They mostly assist God's people, leading them into blessings. Both Elijah and Elisha had angels to help them in ministry. I believe there's going to be an end-time revival called the Elijah ministry before the great and terrible day of the Lord, with demonstrations of miracles and power, which will be with the help of angels. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. In the Rhodesian Bush War, there were many occasions where angels helped people. One incident comes to mind from a pastor friend of mine. He was in our denomination and was coming back alone at night from a conference in South Africa during the war. He was really feeling tired and needed to stop and sleep, but feared that he would be attacked by terrorists if he did. Being in such a remote area between the border and the closest city of Bulawayo, he decided to battle on through the night. He was falling asleep at the wheel, and after nearly hitting a bridge, he suddenly saw a huge angel standing in front of him in the middle of the road. He stopped the car at its feet, and the angel then put his hand down, and it went through the roof of the car and touched the top of his head twice, and then disappeared. It was as if supernatural injection of strength had entered into his body. He was now wide awake, and sure that if he had hit the side of the car door with his fist, it would have flown off its hinges and out onto the road. When he finally got home to his town of Gweru, he decided to go to sleep, but couldn't. So he stayed awake all through the night into the next day. He tried to sleep the next night as well, and couldn't again, and finally fell asleep on the third night. It became apparent that it was the angel's touch that had invigorated him. He had received one night's energy for each touch. So he wondered what would have happened if the angel had touched him on the head 5 times. Some might say that we are now in the days of faith, and it's not on God's radar for us to have angelic visitations anymore. Paul and Peter both talked about how wonderful it is to have Christ within us and be baptized in the Holy Spirit, yet they often had visits from angels. I noticed that Jesus on occasions had ministry from angels to help him keep going, in the wilderness and again in the garden before the cross. If he, being God, needed angelic help, then how much more do we? Be expectant, for you may be entertaining angels unawares. Hebrews 13:2. Check out my YouTube channel, Stones of Fire Online, for lots more illustrated messages on the end times and the book of Revelation.